Good day, viewers. The topic we have today is quadratic equation, and we will be using completing the square method to solve quadratic equation. The example we have here today is solve 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0 using completing the square method. Now, solution. Step 1. Divide through by the coefficient of x squared. This step is necessary if and only if the coefficient of x squared is greater than 1. Like this example. The coefficient of x squared here is 2. Therefore, we will divide through by the coefficient of x squared. That is 2x squared divided by 2 minus 5x over 2 plus 3 over 2 is equal to 0. Now with this we will have x squared minus 5 over 2x plus 3 over 2 is equal to 0. The next step is collect like terms. That is, the constants we move to the right hand side. And when the constant is moving, the sign will change. Therefore, we will have x squared minus 5 over 2x is equal to minus 3 over 2. The plus change to negative. Now this is the third step, and I can say is the most important part in this formula method. Add the square of half of coefficient of x to both sides. For this example, the coefficient of x is minus 5 over 2. We will add the square of half of it to both sides. X squared minus 5 over 2x plus 1 over 2, that is half of the coefficient, times 5 minus 5 over 2. The square of it, we will add it to both sides, that is minus 3 over 2 also plus 1 over 2 times minus 5 over 2 square. Once again, the half of coefficient of x, we will add the square of half of its coefficient to both sides to make the left hand side a perfect expression. Now, at this point, we will have x squared minus 5 over 2x plus 25 over 16 is equal to minus 3 over 2 plus 25 over 16. Now, after this, we will simplify the right hand side and find the perfect square of the left hand side. That is x squared minus 5 over 2x plus 25 over 16 is equal to the LCM of the left hand side is 16. 16 divided by 2 will give us 8. Then from there we have minus 24 plus 25. At this point, the perfect square of the left hand side is x. Then, that is, we find the square root of x squared, that's x. The square root of this will give us 5 over 4. And the sign we have here, we have it in between this. Since the expression is perfect square, once again, the square root of 25 over 16 will give us 5 over 4. And the square root of x is x squared is x. Now the sign we have here is negative. If this place is positive, we will have positive at this point. That's the shortest way of simplifying perfect expression. Now this will give us 1/16. Now the next step is step 4. We will square root both sides. That is x minus 5/4, everything into bracket square. The square root and this one will cancel each other. Then we square root the right hand side by having 1/16. Plus or minus is very, very important. Plus or minus square root of everything. At this point we will have x minus 5/4 is equal to plus or minus 1/4. Now the last step, we will collect like terms. Minus 5/4 is a constant. We come to the right hand side. Therefore, we will have x is equal to 5/4 plus or minus 1/4. Because when the minus 5/4 moves to the right hand side, the sign will change, and that is why we have positive 5/4. Now at this point we will simplify it. The LCM is 4. 5 plus or minus 1. Therefore we have x is equal to 5 plus 1/4 or 5 minus 1/4. Since we have a plus or minus, we will consider the two signs. X is equal to 6/4 or 4/4. At this point we have x is equal to 3/2 to the lowest term or 1. That is our final answer. Once again, when we want to solve quadratic equation using completing the square method, we have 5 steps. The first one, we divide through by the coefficient of x squared if and only if it's greater than 1. If the coefficient is 1, we will ignore the step 1 and start from step 2. Collect like terms to have constants on the right hand side and have the algebraic part on the left hand side. Then the third one, we add the square of half of coefficient of x to both sides to make the left hand side expression a perfect expression. And whatever we add into the left hand side, we also add it to the right hand side. Then when we simplify that, we will square root both sides. Finally, we collect the like terms and simplify to final answer. Thank you for watching. Please stay safe. Thank you.